Y'all, what up, what up? Welcome back. We're on level 31. Let's go. So it is Thursday, March 8th, right? 7th. So let me tell y'all about my night. So my future sister-in-law texts me, took a little some Till, can you come outside? One of those can you come outside type texts, and I was like, let me see. Turns out it was one of their cousin's birthday, and she was going to be celebrating at Midtown. And if you're not from Texas, then you probably don't know what that is. It's 35 and over club. So on the east side, and it's fun. Now, this is definitely where I would say you would go and get you a sugar daddy. Absolutely, because they were in their Sunday's best on a Wednesday. But you know what? That's the times, that's the era they grew up with. You did not step outside unless you looked your absolute best. And honey, the suits was giving, okay? Hey baby, let me tell you something. I grew up in a different era, Grandma stayed home. They did the cooking. They had their prayer closet, baby. The way these grannies was dressing. Back was out. And I mean the lower back. And I said, oh, these grandmas coming built different. But they was cute though. And it was tasteful. And I was like, yes. So apparently on Wednesdays at Midtown, it is, what is it, Working Woman Wednesday? So they had an out of town singer come through. Child, don't even forget. Dang. I totally forgot the name of the lady, but she was very beautiful. And y'all, the wig she had on was cute. Okay, first of all, this right here, this dress over here in this upper left corner, that's cute. But we not gonna click on that. Shin has got enough of my money. We on to the next round. So first they started off with a comedian, and her name was Ashley, and she was a dyke, and she was definitely doing some of the gay dyke jokes, which this is an older crowd, so it was ooh, but you know what? She kept it cute and she kept it respectful. She was freaking hilarious. I'm gonna have to, can I? Let me see. Can I pause this thing? Let me pause this and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, y'all. So there you go. That's the young lady over here in the upper left hand corner. She sang, and then the young lady over here on the right hand corner was the one who was the comedian. And these two black brothers right here in the middle, right here, y'all, they played the bass, the drums, and the guitar, and they did amazing. And Miss Ma'am right here, Miss Ma'am, baby, she could sing. Colette and the Solids band, honey. Yes. And the comedian Ashley Henderson was freaking hilarious. It was definitely giving. Okay, now back to the game. So if you ain't never been and you're in San Antonio, come on. It is good vibes and it's for the grown and sexy, okay? And it is 35 and over. Just so you are aware, so don't say that I did tell y'all, because I did. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know why I'm coughing all of a sudden. I'm sitting outside, and if you know anything about Texas, them allergies can kick your behind, bro. It's trying to get a choke. It's trying to get me, but I refuse to give in. Anyway, y'all, so we had a good time. The comedian was hilarious. Thank God. Because, it's hit or miss with a lot of comedians today. And the lady singing was really talented. And you a talented singer when you take random songs that the audience throws at you and you could just sing them on the spot. Now, baby, that's talent. Because I don't know if any of y'all are lyrically retarded like I am, But baby, when it comes to me and music and lyrics, I could never remember the daggone lyrics. I could never remember the lyrics of the song. So if you ever get to meet me in person and you just see me out there jamming, I don't know the words. It's very rare that I know the words. I don't know why that is. It's always been that way. It sucks. Now that blouse right here is cute. I even like this one too. Why is it making that sound? Ugh, okay, we just gonna skip it. It must not be meant. Come on. Oh, my phone must be getting hot. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm really trying not to cough so much. Let's see. My brother not here today. That's all right. But yeah, so I was just in there having a good time. It's been a while since I've been out. I typically hibernate during winter, you know. You got to give room to self-reflect on life, you know. You got to think about different decision making that you can do, because what you don't want to be is in the same place that you were last year, you know. We don't want to keep going into every year making the same New Year's resolutions. Let's accomplish some of these goals, you know. And I don't think a lot of people think about that. Like, think about your future more. You know what I'm saying? Have a plan. And if you don't know what a plan is, then ask for some guidance, you know. Because, you know, I don't want to be in the same place. You know, I want to own a business. I want to operate my own business. I'm done with working in America. It just, nah. No, thank you. Like, I've had all different types of jobs. I've worked in corporate America. I've had my corporate job. I've worked in the medical field a little bit on the back end, more of the paperwork. I actually got to work in the medical field in the Canadian side, which was pretty cool. The Canadians are really nice. I really enjoyed working with them and hearing the various different accents that they have, because not all of them sounds like, you know, the stereotypical don't you know like accent, you know. So that was cool. I've even worked for a school before. I've worked in retail. Baby, if you work in retail and you're trying to make a career out of this and be a manager, baby, hats off to you. Because that's when I really learned about how the customer is always right. No, they're not. The general population is fucking retarded and rude. So that's when I learned that I cannot work for companies where they say, oh, the customer is always right. You know, no, they're not. They dead wrong and rude. And it's like, you get tired of playing the politics. You know, I consider myself a real one. I peep game very, very, very quickly. And for those who don't understand what peep game is I can assess the situation and identify what is going on. You know, and it's just, I noticed to really be successful in the work area, they don't like independent thinkers. They don't like people that question. They don't like people to think for themselves. They don't like people who, you know, just, I guess you could say, just question everything. Because, baby, if it doesn't make sense, it don't make sense. Like, and a lot of people can see that as you being, oh, Lord. I hear a plane. Maybe manifest some trips this year. I'm trying to be on a plane this year. I didn't get to fly nowhere last year. Waiting for the plane to go by, because, okay. So they don't like that. They consider that to be very combative. And what do they say? Does not make for a healthy work environment when you question too much. You're just supposed to sit back, shut up, and do what you're told, right? That's just how I operate. And I don't operate like that. Like, I ask a lot of questions. They don't like when you ask too many questions, because a lot of the times I notice that they start to understand that what they're telling you to do or what they're asking you to do don't make no sense, but it's their job, so just do it anyway. And I have a problem with just doing it anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, not to mention, I don't want to work and only get to have 2 weeks off in the entire year. You know, that PTO time, they give it to you, but realistically, they don't want you to use it. They don't want you to use it for real. I only had one job where my manager was like, you worked this whole time since you've been here. Like, you take off the whole week of Christmas, right? And I was like, nah, because you get conditioned not to do those things because you're considered a bad worker, right? So and honestly, to be fair, I'll even call out my own shit. I was also a workaholic, so I also didn't know how to take time off. You know, I was divorced, single mom, so I'm having to be in hustle mode and grind mode, because it's not just me anymore, it's my son now. So so it's time, so I got caught up in that grind mode and forgot to stop, breathe, and take a break. I really did. And I realized I used to work for so many jobs and just work, never took off, had all this PTO, never took it, just end up. I did, however, work for a lot of companies that actually paid you. Like, if you didn't use any PTO time, they paid you for it. But I think I'm getting off subject. But I don't want to work by anyone else's terms but my own. And I got a dating coach and a feminist strategy coach, and she really teaches a lot of women to understand who you are and what you require as a woman to get the best results that you want out of life. And I realized that I am not a career woman. Like, I don't want to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care about climbing that corporate ladder. I don't give a damn. Just give me the best paying job that pays the most amount of money with the least amount of work, right? And she teaches, that culture teaches women nowadays to be strong and independent and work your 9 to 5 job, and honestly, it's hard to be a strong and independent woman that's career driven and a mother. And a lot of times you also have a husband or a man that you're living life with, and it's hard to do all those things when you are playing a role that isn't good for your soul, that's not really feeding your soul. And then I kind of realized that, like, there's a lot of women out here who are chasing that whole working and having your career, and honestly, they don't want it. We don't want it, and that's okay, because look, there's a lot of women that'll shame you for being like, no, I'd rather a man take care of me, because past generations had to depend on the man, and with that came a lot of control, which I understand. It makes sense, but we're in a day and age now that, even if it doesn't work with the man, you can go out and get your job, start working in the workforce again, and be okay. And I just understood that I don't want to be out here hustling and working and grinding and doing all this like climbing the corporate ladder. I don't give a damn. Honestly, I just wanted to be home with my son. And I came to that realization during COVID, when I got laid off, and that was like really devastating to me. It it was kind of scary in the very beginning because we didn't know what the fuck was going to happen. Like, we didn't know, is this turning into The Walking Dead or something? We about to start, and COVID really sat me down. I need to beat this damn level. It really sat me down, and it really made you think about your life. I think for once, at least it did for me. And it made me, I understood that, dang, I'm doing so much in my life, but I'm not living. I was like, I haven't been to Greece like I wanted. I haven't been to Rome. I haven't been to Paris. I haven't been to Egypt. Like, these are all places that I have dreamed about going, seeing, and visiting. And I realized in COVID, I never did it. And then I started to get into my mind, like, what if the world doesn't go back to normal? You know what I mean? Like, what happens then? And then it brought me on my quest of what I really want. Honestly, to me personally, I want to be a stay-at-home mother. I want to be able to work from home. You know what I'm saying? Like, have a business that, like, how can I put it? Like, I don't want my life to evolve around work, right? I want my life, I want, how can I put this? How can I say it? So much of our lives is built around work and responsibility. I want to flip that. I want my work to work around my life, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I used to work at a very elite and lucrative salon. They mainly operate with helping people who have hair loss issues. So if you're having hair loss, they can, y'all, this is some high tech stuff. Like, do not be fooled. It is not only women out here wearing lace fronts. We are so past toupees, baby. Y'all probably seen it on the internet where men be bald and they sitting in the chair and then they blend it in with a little hair piece and make it look like their own. Like, that's the type of salon. Y'all, are those geese? I've never heard birds make that sound. That was interesting. It's a whole flock of them too. Okay, anyway. Anyway. And baby, I'm talking about, this ain't no just call and book an appointment. No. This is a membership. The cheapest membership was $330. And it went all the way up to almost $1,300. And this is a month, y'all. People were paying this a month just to get their hair done. And some people were bald all the way. Some people just had a little hair piece. Some people came in for extensions. Some people came in for a service called restoring, which is just where you get, let's say that you have some bald spots and they can fill it in with, it's almost like a tattoo for your scalp, if you will. And it fills in your bald spot. It makes it look like there's hair there when there really isn't. Like, there's so many different options that they offer. They even have some stuff where it helps you to a treatment that you can get that helps to regrow your hair. Like, there's so many options with this place. It was ridiculous. And a lot of these people, they were cool, and I understood their hair dilemma. So I was very sympathetic to it, you know, because I like to be in positions to where I can help people. I like to help people. And so they're just sitting here telling me about they spend half the year here in Texas, and then when it gets way too cold, they go out west. And I'm just like, what? Then there's people coming in talking about, oh yes, we just spent 3 months in Europe, you know, we were on vacation. I'm sorry, what? 3 months, 90 days on vacation, baby. We over here booking 3 to 4 day, maybe even 7 day cruise, and you got people out here taking 90-day vacations. Excuse me. There were some people in there that only had to work half of the year. There was people in there who had like working at the salon really taught me that if you really want that financial freedom, you're gonna have to have your own business, because no one is going to give that to you. Like, it's just not realistic. And I was picking these folks' brains like it was no one's business, because it's like, you're where I want to be, so what are you doing so I can get there? And almost every last single one of them was self-employed. Very seldom, you know, you had some doctors and surgeons, you had some lawyers, we had a politician. And I realized I don't like politicians, because this man's teeth was so white, and I was like, oh my gosh, your teeth are so beautifully white. I was like, where do you get your teeth whitened? And this man looked me in my face, laughed. It was like, oh, you know, I just, you know, toothbrush, toothpaste, I just brush every day. You lying. That's why I don't trust you politicians. How you gonna lie about something small like that? That, baby, his teeth were porcelain white. That ain't just a toothbrush and toothpaste. Don't insult my intelligence. Like, oh gosh, politicians, they just gotta lie about the dumbest shit, right? Whatever. I wish I could have I wish I could have remembered his name. I would call his lying ass out. But anyway, but yeah, it dawned on me. So, okay, I need to have my own business, and then I also need to have residual income, because that's really what it is. And I noticed that a lot of them, when they were telling me, a lot of them had inheritance, you know, their grandpa, mother, aunt, whatever left them properties. And that's when I knew that owning real estate is really where the money is as well. Get you a property, rent it out, you know, whatever you need. So, baby, I'm trying to get there, okay? No, I'm not trying. I'm going to get there. I'm focused on this. I have been thinking about this. I have been planting the seeds, and I'm about to go get it, you know. I listen to a lot of greats speak about their journeys. I like to listen to a lot of motivational speaking, and they always talk about how they were told a bunch of no's, they were turned down, they were talked about, ridiculed, you know, just all types of stuff. And it's like, but don't quit. They said this. They said most people quit right before their blessing. When things start to get a little hard or a little difficult, you give up. And I gotta say that I was one of those people. You know, I'm one of those people where when I set my mind to do something, a lot of the times it does come to me naturally. And when it does start to get difficult, I don't like it. I don't like that. But I'm learning that there's miracles in things. You know, you learn that you're a lot stronger than you thought. You learn that you're a lot more equipped than you thought. You know, I always say this. Y'all, I had to turn on my do not disturb, because I can't be having text messages coming through. But I heard this, and I don't know where I heard it, but Your job is to hold the vision, right? If you can see yourself in that job, that place, making that money, if you can imagine it in your mind, then it is possible for you. You don't have to worry about how you're going to get there, what you're going to do. Just take the necessary steps that you know that you need to take. And God, the universe, or whoever you believe in will fill in the details. Our job is not to fill in the details. Our job is just to have the vision, know that it is possible, and make whatever steps that we can to make it possible. And I said, well, okay. And I've been trying it out, and I got to say, the way that God has showed up and showed out for me is really crazy. And then it brings me back in the day. So many. I don't think America really values their elders, because there's a lot of things that the elders did and said that makes sense that we ignore today. A lot of elders would tell you to pray. And I mean pray. That is something that I have been doing a lot more in my life. I've been praying for myself. I've been praying for my family. I pray that when I do receive my blessings, that I am strong enough, I'm mature enough, that I'm mentally, emotionally, spiritually mature enough to handle it. You know what I mean? And that I don't mishandle the blessing. You got to pray for those things too, because they say money changes people, right? And I believe that to a certain extent. Oh my goodness. Well, you know what? It's spring break, so we're gonna be hearing all these airplanes, y'all. And I don't know if y'all all stay in Texas or not, but baby, I'm getting sick of these damn mosquito eaters. They on my nerves, bro. On my last nerve. Scaring me half to death, bro. Like, And they are out here something vicious, and I don't understand why. I put myself in a home. I'm just steady talking to y'all, not paying attention to what I'm doing. But yeah, like, I'm over here. Let's get to our dreams. Let's get to our aspirations. Like, I revisited some dreams that I had as a kid that I always wanted to do. And one of my biggest things was I always wanted to model. I love to dress up and get my hair done, makeup done. I used to be an I'd never miss a season of America's Next Top Model. I was on it. I literally watched that TV show, not like it was a TV show, but I watched that show as if it was training. Know your angles, know what hairstyles complement your face, down to color, down to makeup, even how you wear your clothes. Like back in the day, they used to have a bunch of TV shows, talk shows. They had Ricky Lake, they had Maury, they had Montel Williams, they had who was another? They even had the Tyra Banks show for a moment, the Oprah show, like all these shows. And whenever they did anything about fashion, baby, I was there with my notebook listening, ready. Then I found out that you got to be at least 5'7" to be a model. And even that's kind of too short. And y'all, when I say my heart sank, I was so heartbroken about that. It oh my goodness, that hurt my heart. And I really wanted to be a model, and I just wanted to get paid just to be pretty, beautiful clothes, walk runways, go to, travel. That's what I really wanted to do. So I'm older now, and the industry has changed a lot. So I'm like, okay, well, now we're in a point to where you can really much do that self. You can do it yourself. So I'm like, well, how can I do this? How can I showcase myself? How can I make my own dreams come true? As a very young girl, I always felt like I was always meant to be in front of the camera, doing something. I've always felt that way about myself. And so now here I am at 35 years old, I'm starting to chase my dreams because it's like, I promise y'all, no matter what job I get, I always manifest myself getting fired from it because I really don't want to be there. I want to make my dreams come true. Like, when you think about working a job, like, it takes away your energy, it takes away your drive to want to do better for yourself because you're so tired. We work for 8 hours a day. We're supposed to get 8 hours of sleep. So then that leaves 8 hours to what? Cook, clean, spend time with the kids, spend time with your husband. Where in that are you going to prioritize, working for your business? Something always, falls behind. So if you don't get anything out of anything that I'm saying today, follow your dreams. Remember what you wanted to do as a kid, and I know people say, well, you grew up and da 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 da. Yeah, you do. But a dream to me, that's something that's imprinted. It does not go away. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't go away, even if you are a kid. Of course, kids want to be astronauts and firefighters and, stuff like that. Like, it could be anything. Maybe a dream of yours is just to be able to buy your mom a house. Maybe a dream of yours is just to move up out the hood. Maybe a dream of yours is to be in a martial arts competition or a heavyweight competition, or, you want to start a book club, a painting club, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be a huge, elaborate thing, just whatever you want, whatever it is. You want to be a writer, whatever, you photographer, like, anything is possible. Life does happen. Life can sometimes get in the way and deter you and make you feel less than. And one exercise I did is when I felt like I couldn't accomplish something, I had to go back and I had to figure out, where did that thought come from? Where did that thought come from? Because I noticed something. I noticed that when you're a kid, like a toddler, infant, baby, they invest in that imagination. They want you to think and believe and wonder and discover and use your imagination. Anything is possible. And then somewhere around like 10, 11 years old, it's like they kill it. The imagery starts to change. It starts to get a little bit more realistic, if you will. And it just kills it. And just like, why do we do that? Why do we kill that magic? Why? Why? Why do you kill it? Why do they do that? Some of the most folks that we follow and we really adore, they started in their imagination. They started with the dream. They believed in themselves. They stopped listening to the naysayers. Just, why When someone says that they want to do something or accomplish something or do something different, we're always so quick to tell them what they can't do. Oh, you can't do that. You too old. It's too late. It ain't never too late, honey. Baron Wayne didn't come successful until she was in her 40s. DMX didn't really get his big break, if I'm not mistaken, until his late 30s or early 40s. So it's never too late. If you have breath in your lungs and you have that fire and desire in your heart and in your spirit, it is not too late and it is not impossible. Do what you gotta do. Make the changes that you gotta make. You know, if your kids are old enough to comprehend, you just talk to them. Hey, mommy can't do this and this because mommy's over here chasing a dream. Mommy wants a better life for us. Mommy wants to restore her happiness. Or even daddy or grandma, whatever the case may be, Look at me. I'm over here playing this game with y'all because I love to play this game. And I don't know if anyone else loves to play this game. But yeah, I love this game. And I said that I'm going to play this game and I'm just going to talk. Because people always tell me that I should do this and that they enjoy listening to me speak for whatever reason. So I'm like, okay, let's see. I've been hearing, I fucked. Sorry, y'all. Gamer rage. So, it's just, So I'm over here trying to see if there's something to what people have been telling me. Let me take a chance on myself, We tell our kids, be brave and stand up to this and stand up for that. Well, why don't you stand up for yourself? Why don't you start making what you want and your happiness a priority? We always make sure everyone else is happy and all their priorities. It's time for us to do the same. Y'all, I've been ranting on for 36 minutes now. I've been trying to keep these videos to 30 minutes. Let's see. Dang it. Ugh. Y'all, I'm gonna beat this level. But yeah, if you don't get anything out of watching me play, because I ain't gonna lie, to me this is just relaxing to play. It helps me relax and calm my mind when my mind is being negative. I want you to believe in yourself. Know that if you can see it, if you can feel the joy of it, you can have it. Damn. Y'all hear that bird? That's a cardinal. Boy, we don't care about that. Let's see. Let me actually pay attention to what I'm doing, y'all. I gotta go in here and make me a salad because, boy, my spine is touching my back. I'm so hungry. No way I can do that. Okay. Hold on. We're not making sense with our life right now. Okay. Ooh-wee. No. Okay. I don't really like where I placed a lot of this stuff, but I don't know. Oh, there we go. Boom. Yay! Alright, y'all. Well, just think about what you want out of life. Don't be afraid to go after it. People gonna call you crazy, and that's fine. Because you know what? The crazy ones always are the dreamers. Keep dreaming. Dreams can always become a reality. All right, y'all. Always peace and love and sending positive vibrations to you. Until next time, what level will we be on? 37. All right, y'all.